Hey friends, welcome to the weekly wrap only on KENS 5 Plus. I'm your host, Audrey Castoreno. We want to get you up to date on some of the biggest stories of the week so you can stay informed around the water cooler. At number 5, a major shakeup in the fight game. Starting next year, UFC events will stream exclusively on Paramount Plus. No more pay-per-view prices. Select fights will also air on CBS. The 7-year deal with Paramount's parent company is worth more than $1 billion a year, nearly double what ESPN currently pays. Subscriptions to Paramount Plus start at just $7.99 per month. At number 4, as students return to class, new laws are also taking effect. The big change we've been talking about is the cell phone ban. The laws require districts to prohibit the use of cell phones and similar devices during school hours. Another law in Texas requires the 10 Commandments to be displayed in classrooms. Schools must prominently display a state-approved version visible from anywhere in the room. 2 lawsuits are challenging that law. For a look at all new laws affecting Texas schools, you can check it out on KENS5.com. Following the 4th of July floods, Kerrville ISD staff members stepped up to help search and rescue, and their campuses became recovery centers. The district welcomed students back just this week. KENS 5's Ronnie Kaur shares their story.
Today, Kerrville ISD has therapy dogs and counselors at every single one of their campuses. This as they help students, families, and staff transition back to normalcy. With green bows on school buses remembering the flood victims, Kerrville ISD is trying to move forward.
We're moving forward to a great school year because that's who we are as a community. We're strong together, and I think that we've proven that due to everything that's happened, everybody has just come together as one.
After the Guadalupe River surged, Kerrville ISD bussed survivors of Camp La Junta, Mystic, and Waldemar to safety. Then they opened their campuses for first responders, volunteer efforts, and donation collection.
We housed about 150 first responders at Tybee High School and here about 400 at the middle school.
This as the district mourned one of their own, high school teacher of the year and soccer coach Reese Sunker and his family.
We've all experienced tragedy. We all know somebody personally or professionally.
70 families within their district impacted.
We have a number of students who have lost their homes. They've lost every possession. With that, the supports they need, we don't want to change their environment. We want them to have the same friends, be at the same campus.
Every student in the district is also getting free backpacks and school supplies that have been donated.
You know, I'm so grateful we have our first day of school and getting to see our students and really support our community in that sense of resiliency and helping out our community.
On August 29th, which is the district's first home football game, they're having the game in honor of the first responders. For more information on that and how you can support Kerrville ISD this year, you can head to our website, KENS5.com. Just click on this story. In Kerrville, I'm Ronnie Kaur, KENS 5.
And we hope they have a great year. The weekly wrap is back after this.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia. Generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
A broken vehicle fixed after 5 months of no help.
KENS 5 made it 100% better.
A busted windshield fixed after getting the runaround from a contractor.
And you guys did it. Y'all were amazing.
A much-needed tax refund this man couldn't access. Yep, fixed.
KENS 5 actually helped me out quite a lot, actually.
Have a consumer problem you can't solve? Call KENS. Weekdays at 6 on KENS 5.
Got a problem, call KENS. They will solve the problem.
My name is Sue Kalberg, and I am a journalist for KENS 5 for 22 years. I think it's been an awesome privilege to be able to work in the town that I grew up in. My uncle, Rex Stanley, was the very, 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 very first guy hired at KENS 5. From the beginning, I said, you can get paid for that? Let me in. It fills my heart to be a part of the KENS family, because the KENS family is the San Antonio family. I am San Antonio's own Sue Kalberg.
We want to get you breaking news right now.
Here, let me show you the police activity. New insight into a deadly police shooting.
We just got an update from fire officials. We'll continue to keep you updated.
Stream extended coverage, live or on demand, right here on KENS 5+.
Welcome back to the weekly wrap. At number 3 in our countdown, Amazon is making it a whole lot easier to stock up on groceries and everything else in your cart all at once. The company is expanding the same-day delivery to include fresh meat, produce, dairy, and other groceries right alongside household essentials. Prime members in more than 1,000 cities, including San Antonio, now get the service free on orders over $25. Orders below the minimum will cost Prime members $2.99 and non-members $12.99. The move puts Amazon in an even closer competition with Walmart, Instacart, and Target. At number 2, here's something you don't see often. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol agents patrolling the streets of Washington, D.C. New video shows FBI and DEA agents wearing bulletproof vests. Some also had face masks. And the National Guard was also seen patrolling there. President Trump announced earlier this week that he would deploy those troops to the nation's capital and place D.C.'s police department under direct federal control. Switching gears, a young man's life journey has come full circle his senior year, using the skills that he's learned as an Eagle Scout. Ezra Sharon is building on a path of service. I sat down with this kid who makes San Antonio great. Since he was 5 years old, Ezra Sharon has been scouting, adopting the values and living by the Scout oath and law.
I love that when it comes to Scouts, we don't do anything for just any reason. We do it all the time to benefit the community. Like when it comes to doing service projects or service work, like cleaning up a park.
So when it came time for his Eagle Scout project, this 18-year-old with a servant's heart decided to give back to those who help some of the smallest and most fragile get their start in the world.
I was making donation bags for the Methodist Children's Hospital NICU. They consisted of things like baby wipes, baby books, baby toys, baby blankets. It's just to kind of give them a little bit of a leg up on the journey of raising a NICU kid.
And Ezra can relate. He too got his start in a NICU, born at just 26 weeks and weighing just over 1 pound.
Being where I came from and what I started out as, I was pretty set on this idea that I wanted this to be my project.
Ezra collecting donations and putting together over 100 discharge care packages. His effort not going unnoticed by the NICU nursing staff at Methodist Hospital.
It truly is like a light and a beacon whenever they're getting these bags and the NICU story. It gives our families hope and compassion, and knowing that there are babies out there that are thriving.
The bags, nurses say, went quickly, but Ezra's legacy will live on at Methodist Hospital at Zoe's Prayer Garden. The Eagle Scout service continuing by building this bench by hand, a place for families or even staff to grab a moment of peace and solace.
It feels great knowing that the passion and work and effort I put into my project is being utilized and that it's being used for a good cause.
We love our NICU babies, and we especially love when they come back and they show us the growth and the impact that they're doing. It reconnects us to our purpose, what we do every single day. It reignites our why and why we do this.
Like these medical professionals who fight for the tiniest lives, Ezra hopes he can continue to fight the good fight too. His dream now to go into law enforcement, making him a kid who makes San Antonio great.
Keep fighting for what you know is right, basically. That's what I have done and what I will definitely continue to do.
Such a great kid. Stick with us. We're going to be right back.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia. Generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
talked to this police officer, and she told me to call Ken 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
it was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
Or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
Just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
Born and raised on the northwest side of San Antonio, Texas. Generations of my family have been from this part of Texas. I have Fiesta roots, I have Spurs roots, I have Texas Fighter roots. Played basketball at Clark. Basketball was a huge part of my life for 16 years. My comfort dish, a plate of chilaquiles with salsa verde. I grew up watching KENS 5. I am who I am because of this beautiful city. I hope that they can find a sense of pride knowing that their creation is helping deliver them the most important news of the day. I'm Alicia Nieves, and I'm proud to be from this beautiful city.
If you want a meal that will make you say,
So good!
That is fantastic.
catch Neighborhood Eats, where we find the best local restaurants. Streaming now on KENS 5 Plus.
Welcome back. The school year is well underway, and that means kids' brains are back to the books. But as KENS 5's Jeremy Baker reports, increased screen time doesn't only affect their mental health, but also their physical.
Researchers have found because of increased screen time and less sleep, heart health risks in children and teens is on the way up.
Nowadays, kids are just spending a lot more time indoors and just in front of their screen. So yes, certainly it is a very sedentary lifestyle, and those can have detrimental impact in the long term.
The American Heart Association says heart attacks are becoming more common in adults under age 40, partially due to a more sedentary lifestyle.
I think people's stress level has also gone up. So I think it's a multifactorial thing. Eating healthy, all of those kind of went down during the pandemic. I think those are all having a long-term impact now on their cardiovascular health.
A study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association included over 1,000 participants from 2 Danish studies between the ages of 10 and 18 and looked at the time they spent on electronic devices. It found that 10-year-olds were on devices 3 hours every day and 18-year-olds 6 hours. They found all kids were found to have a higher risk for heart issues, including high blood pressure and high cholesterol, the more time they spent on those devices. That's one reason why the Department of Health and Human Services is pushing to get all Americans using wearable fitness technology to improve heart health, including in children, to fight chronic disease.
We're finding that we can predetermine whether they're going to happen in a patient by analyzing their waveforms, what they look like currently, even though they may be in a normal rhythm.
For more information about the screen time study and the Wearable Technology Health campaign, check out this story on KENS5.com. Jeremy Baker, KENS 5.
At number 1 this week, we've received more previously unreleased records related to the Robb Elementary School shooting. Latest release was from Uvalde County. Now, the new release includes hours of body cam video showing law enforcement responding to the shooting and the chaos as they waited to take down the shooter, then brought victims out of the classroom. There are also text messages between deputies, incident reports from that day, 911 dispatcher logs, and emails. Uvalde CISD released their own documents, including text messages, security emails, and details on the gunman's time as a student. Records also show a school lock company met with the district a month before the shooting, urging officials to get new locks and other security upgrades. We have a full breakdown on KENS5.com. Also, 2 Uvalde CISD officers, Pete Arredondo and Adrian Gonzalez, face child endangerment charges as a result of their lack of action during that shooting. Records reveal Gonzalez even taught an active shooter response class just 2 months before the shooting, with scenarios nearly identical to what happened at Robb Elementary. Now he's asking for his case to be tried outside of Uvalde. His attorneys argue it would be impossible to have an impartial jury in Uvalde County because of the impact the shooting has had on that community. Well, thanks for joining us for this week's episode of the Weekly Wrap, only on KENS 5 Plus. Be sure to join us next week for much more. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.